how the telling of stories and legends came to the Mongol people. A long time ago, some say before the great Khan brought together all the tribes, Genghis Khan that is, there was a great plague across the land, and thousands died, both young and old, quick and painful deaths by the plague. Those who were healthy and of good character ran and fled, trying to save their own lives, saying that fate would take care of those who were sick and who stayed behind. There was one among the sick whose name was Tarva, a young boy about 10 years old. And Tarva battled with the plague for many, many days, and then, he felt that he had died. He rose up out of his body and began his journey to the underworld. It took him days to find a place, and then finally he followed spirits to the portal to the underworld near the great Khan of the underworld. The great Khan looked at him, and he was furious to see such a young spirit there. And he said, "Why have you left your body? Don't you know that you're still alive?" And he said that Tarva looked at him kind of sheepishly and said, "Beg your pardon, sir, but all my friends and family had said that I had died, and I didn't want to be there for the last moment. So I began my journey to you." And the great Khan of the underworld looked around, and he said, "I don't know, but it is not your time to be here. You may not pass through. But I like you, and I will grant you one gift from my kingdom that you may take with you back to your body." And Tarva looked around. It was only then that he began to see the sights of the underworld, and he noticed there that there was everything that you would value and hate in life there. All the pleasure and the pain, goodness and evil, life and death, and fortunes and poverty, and great weapons, and also the ability to make peace. And he found music and songs and everything. It took him a long time until he saw one thing. He very humbly pointed in the direction. The great Khan turned out of curiosity to see what it was that he wanted. And then he smiled, and he nodded. "Very well, I will bestow this upon you. But from now, you must go back to your body and to your master, and you must not come again till you're called." And he agreed. And this Tarva bestowed upon with the gift of storytelling and legends, then journeyed back to his body. It took many days and many nights for him to find his body, and when he found it, he was horrified, for he found that crows had eaten both of his eyes. But his body was still alive and otherwise unharmed, though now sightless. He did not dare disobey the great Khan of the underworld, and so he slipped back into his body and arose, and traveled near and far, all over the Mongol lands, and even beyond them, telling stories and legends to everyone he came. He became beloved of all the Mongols, and the greatest of all the storytellers, and of course, the one who brought storytelling to the Mongol people.